Testing, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Fantastic. Let's get some music running. Okay. All right. I have a few small progresses to show today. Which reminds me, let me just go to saw blades and make some changes to the macros. Just making sure that things still work, yeah? Okay. Excuse me. Sorry, testing the soundboard.
Yo.
Yo! Hello, Devious. How's your week? Went by real fast, right?
What week? There was no week.
There's no
It went
week.
by so fast. Yeah, it went by so fast.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. So how's your progress? I see that you've been working a lot.
It's pretty good.
Awesome.
I remember where I left off of last time during the last deck chat.
You showed off how the map gradually revealed itself. Right? And then there was the... you showed off the 3D printing machine.
Oh yeah.
Just a moment, eh? Is John even coming? I don't think he's coming. Hang on. Hang
So
on.
it's the 27th.
Sorry, what?
Okay. Oh wow, there's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot to show.
Yeah, I was just looking back to see what the last thing I was. So like the 27th was the dev chat, the last one.
Right.
And then right after that I did some updates and like that was that's a lot.
Awesome.
Okay. Well,
That's good. Just looking forward to hearing about it. Just a moment. I sent a message to John to see if he's joining. No response. Oh, maybe we can start first. Maybe we should. Just a moment. Okay. Shall we? Shall we begin? Maybe I'll start first.
yeah.
Let's go. Let me just share my screen. Same thing. I'll try to keep within 20 minutes. But if John is not coming, right, then can have like extra time for ourselves. Let me just also run the timer. Okay, fantastic. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Just a moment. There's lots of windows. Oh, Han is here. Hello, Han. Okay, let me show my progress for the week. It's not anything particularly interesting. I said I was gonna work on a prototype, right? I don't have gameplay yet. I did started on it, but no gameplay. Anyways, okay, one thing that I've done this week was I released version 1.10.1 of Solblades. Alright, that's one thing. And then another thing that is a little bit more substantial is I released Serial Scrambler's update on both iOS and Android. And that one, I say it's more substantial because the libraries I was using for Serial Scramblers were all out, like a lot of them were outdated. So that requires me to recode a whole bunch of systems. So I'm not sure if you're when did you start using GameMaker?
I don't know, man.
Like, did you started with GameMaker Studio 1 or 2?
1. No, I started with 1. Definitely 1.
Right, you started with
remember
1, right?
which. Yeah.
Yeah, and Serial Scramblers was initially built using GameMaker Studio 1, and the API, there's aspects of the API that is different, like the the functions that you call that is different. So the leaderboard stuff, right, and the leaderboard and the achievement stuff used to be built into the engine itself, right, the API itself. But then in GameMaker Studio 2, they took out that portion of the API and then they put it into external extensions. And then when they did that, they also revamped the all the functions, right? The way they are named, how are you supposed to interact with the functions? They all changed. So you can imagine how painful it was to just have to change that portion. And back then, right, I did not structure my code well enough such that they are modular. Back then I didn't do that, partly also because GameMaker language was not very powerful back then, unlike now. So I have to rewrite that portion, right? And then the in-app purchases was also broken, so I have to rewrite that. And I'm not sure if I mentioned before, right? I used the app mediation platform called TapDeck for Serial Scramblers. That was also well, that's the funny part. It's not just that the library was broken, right? The whole company went down. So that means the ads were not working. So I had to also remove that portion of the code. I had to use Google's AppMob. So that's that, right? So and then after I've done with all of that, I thought like, if I were to release an update after all these years, I should at least add a little bit of content. So I added this. There you go, that's Jabor right there. Han says that the ads are working after 5 likes are gone. Okay, thank you so much for letting me know.
I think I saw. Wait, wasn't. So Jabor was like, how new is Jabor?
Literally a few days ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I swear you put him in there.
No, the final character I added to the game, right, is this one. It's the God of Wealth, right? It's the it's
I don't remember this one. What the
heck? This is. I'm not even sure. Have I ever shown you Serial Scramblers? Or was
you have, but not all the characters and stuff.
Right.
I just know the gameplay. I don't know like what else there is. Is this one of the characters?
Yeah, this is one of the characters that I added like quite a few years ago. This was added because there's a Lunar New Year event in the App Store, right? And they say, are you doing anything about Lunar New Year? So I just did the most obvious thing, right? I add the God of Wealth character. It's a literal deity in Chinese culture, yeah. So I just put it in there and say, oh yeah, attracts coins and there's more coins. Yeah, but anyways, this is the Jabor. I can do a quick showcase. And the reason why I added Jabor is, it's just a reference to my to Jump Jabor. And that's it. That's the addition I've done. Sorry?
I thought you meant you added. No, I thought you were talking about Sawblades. Wasn't Jabor in Sawblades?
Oh, Jabor is in Sawblades, but I'm not talking about.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, I didn't realize you were talking about. Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about Serial Scramblers. Oh crap! My timer is going crazy. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm talking about the Serial Scramblers, not Sawblades.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so Yeah, so I've never added the God of Wealth in Saw Blades. Maybe I could, but I don't see how that would be relevant because you know there's no coins to collect in Saw Blades.
Make one of the things you jump over coins.
Oh, maybe. Oh, that's possible.
Or oh, maybe you can change the sprite of the little things that pop out to collect to get the timer. Maybe that can also be a new way, a new thing that you can make it all kinds of little things like you collect cookies or. I
Oh,
mean, it's really small though.
yeah, it's
not,
really small. I
yeah.
pretty much couldn't squeeze any detail in there. But
You probably have to like only be able to change the color or something.
yeah. Well,
Then
something.
again, you could make them slightly bigger for different things because they don't. There's no reason to ever.
Uh-huh.
There's no reason to ever. They're never in the air, are they?
So say again.
Or like, they're the little. What do we call them? The little things they collect, time tokens.
Yeah, the time. I don't know what I call them. Diamonds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are never like, except whenever like after they fall, but after they like they come out, like they don't move, right?
Yeah, they don't move. They just hover a little.
Because you could probably just change the sprite a little, make them like look like Mario coins or something, and
Yeah, possibly.
Because their hit radius doesn't really matter except for the width.
Yeah. Let me think about that. Okay, so let me just close Serious Scramblers. Also, one moment. Thank you for the follow, Portugal 9. Also, Pokemon is back. Pokemon is back. He's gonna ask you about your Pokemon inspired game.
I haven't touched that thing in a while.
Hello, Pokemon. Okay, so that was Serious Scramblers, right? Let me show you something that I've done this week for Saw Blades. Okay, so if you notice, I turned on the debug view, right? So you see a lot of the hitboxes for the UI. You can see that I make some changes to the menus. The hitboxes no longer extend to the bottom of the screen in the menu, and the reason why I'm doing it is because you know that's the issue, right? When you know the phone manufacturers change the UX of their phone. It used to be that you know there's a back button at the bottom and you just press it, right, to close the program.
Yeah.
Now it's not like that. Now you have to swipe from the bottom, and so it becomes annoying because my hitboxes extend all the way to the bottom, and when people swipe it, right, sometimes they accidentally activate the button. Yeah, so I made some changes because you know someone was saying that maybe I should handle the hitboxes. So I did that.
There's no way to like detect that, or you would have to like detect the specific device and then.
I think I will have to do some really weird stuff like checking like you know getting the model and then checking what the model is.
Yeah.
And it's not
Yeah.
sustainable, right? Because like every year there's new models coming out, and you know, so okay. So anyways, the hitboxes only is like that for menus. If I go into the game, right, it will extend all the way to the bottom again. But then if I bring out a menu, right, you know, same thing. It will shrink the hitboxes. So just tiny attention to detail. I think for most part, no one is going to even notice. But I just making this change gives me a little bit of a peace of mind, I guess. So that's one thing I've done. Another thing I've done, right, is I made a really stupid mistake. You know, when you open a file to read, you must remember to close the file, right? I forgot to close. I forgot to close the file, and it has been like that since the start of the year when I released the game. So
Oh wow.
yeah, I only found out about it because I was doing some testing, and I keep going in and out of the credit screen. I just keep doing this, and then suddenly it crashed. It said it cannot open any more file. I'm like, what? I thought I closed the file. But yeah, so that was another thing I fixed. Yes, so let me see what else.
But it resets after it crashes, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, once it crashes, you know, the
It
whole
has to
program
restart
closed,
everything.
right? It has to reset. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at least that part is fine. That there isn't such a thing as, you know, your game irreversibly causing like
Yeah.
permanent changes to your hard disk.
No,
It doesn't happen.
no, it doesn't break your.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
No longer. I mean, I think it used to be a thing in the 80s or 90s, but it doesn't do that anymore. Okay. So we have that. Oh, I guess that's it. I have the new thing. All right. The roguelike Space Invaders, maybe. All right.
Spaceman.
Yeah, that's all I have, right? But I did the screen wrapping, so you know, depending on which side of the screen I'm in, right, I'm always drawing a duplicate of myself, so you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. And then if I go beyond the screen, I just do a teleportation, but to the player is invisible. Yeah, so
Yeah, I saw this, and I had because I've done something like this before, and there was something that popped up. So let's say half of the player is showing up on. Okay, yeah, like that.
yeah.
Which one is the real player?
The real player would be like if I'm here now, right, and then I go in like that.
Yeah.
You can see wait, no, sorry. Let me just try again. Okay, yes. Half of me is here, half of me is here. Right? This is the real player, but there is an issue. I want to solve this issue, and that is that there is only one hitbox. I want there to be two hitboxes.
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna ask. Like, because that's the problem I ran into. Because when it attacked the one on the left, but the real one was on the right. I was like, well, how do I pick? I just made two objects.
You can do that.
Just put.
Yeah.
Huh?
You can totally do that, right? Two objects and then have them check for collision. Is that how you did it?
Yeah, that's how I did it. Because it's just two extra. It's just one extra object and one extra collision check thing. So it was like hardly a problem with these words. I don't know the technical terms.
Yeah, but there's no
optimization.
issue there, right? Yeah, it's just one more
Yeah.
hitboxes. Yeah. One more hitbox should not be a problem. Yeah, so I probably have to do something similar. I'm using my own collision system, right? I wrote my own hitbox class. But yeah, I think it shouldn't be too much of an issue to do that also on my end, hopefully. But for now, this is how it is. Going forward, you know what?
Do enemies? Do enemies? What is that called? What you're doing?
Do enemies? Oh, what do you mean?
Go from back. If they go right, do they come out from the left?
Oh,
Screen wrap. The enemy screen wrap.
so this is something that I'm thinking about. I kind of want enemies to screen wrap, but as I've mentioned, if I mentioned to you during a stream, I said that I want the enemies to reach the bottom and then they will charge at you, right? And that's where you need to jump over them. So there at the moment, right, my gameplay, there isn't a way for you to kill enemies when they're on the ground. So when they're on the ground, right, I don't want them to wrap. You know what I mean? But I don't know how to make it consistent, because if they are in the air, right, and then they are rapping, and you know, when they reach the ground, suddenly their state change. How do I communicate that state change?
You would wait. What do you mean?
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. The enemy is in the air, right? They might move diagonally, and at which point, right, they will come up from the other side of the screen. But when they reach the bottom of the screen, when they reach the ground, they will go towards you, right, prompting you to jump over them. But when they exit the screen, right, that's it, they're not coming back. That's what I want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you would make them burrow when they reach the end of the screen.
Oh.
So that they.
No, but I still want them to. Oh wait, let me think. They will borrow. Oh, okay, but that means they don't exit from the sides, right?
Yeah, that means they don't exit from sides.
Right. Would that?
Because
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It depends, because you could make them. You could make them actually screen wrap, but then give them like a timer, so where they finally go away after a certain amount of time.
Oh, fantastic! That's an elegant solution. I couldn't do that. I can do that.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
the only problem is if they do screen wrap, then you're gonna have the same problem with two hitboxes, where you're gonna need two.
No, I need 2 hitboxes per enemy, right?
Yeah.
Oh no. Hmm. Let me think about it. Ah, yeah, you're right. You're right. I have to think about it. Um. Yeah. Okay. Huh?
But if they don't screen wrap, then it's kind of weird that like you were saying, because you screen wrap, but they don't. Like,
Yeah.
what is?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I mean, if I guess different rules technically could apply to different to the enemies, as long as I keep it consistent, right? Um, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like if they screen read, it would be more interesting. Yeah. Anyways, hui, hui. Let me show you the mockup. Also, in the chat,
Then again,
huh?
oh yeah, sorry.
Oh
Then
no.
again, this game is like, it doesn't look like there's going to be many collisions because I use a lot of collisions in my game,
Uh-huh.
and it makes like barely any impact. So I don't even think having that many collisions for yours would be that big of a problem.
Yeah, it should be fine. It's just like
Yeah,
a there isn't any camera scrolling as well. That's how small the stage is. Yeah,
yeah.
should be fine. Should be fine. Also, let me see. Han was saying 55, 51% thing. I forgot what we were talking about. 51%.
51%.
Yeah, I forgot. But anyways, Pokemon was asking, you wrote your own hitbox class. Sounds like a pain in the butt. Not gonna lie. Yeah, but the hitbox class itself is simple because you can define a hitbox with the center of the hitbox as the position and the extents, right, to calculate the minimum point and maximum point. So that part is fine, right? It's the algorithm for collision detection that probably takes a bit more of an effort. So in my case, I used SWAP AABB, which is a collision algorithm that handles fast-moving objects particularly well, so you don't like phase through each other. So that's that. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, oh, Carol is also here. Hello, Carol. We have this.
Yo,
Yeah, we have this centipede. Like,
centipede.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you know this, but I love making worm-like stuff in Game Maker because it's, I don't know, like it's just fun for me, right? I've done like a procedurally animated centipede before, and I've always wanted to put it in a game. In fact, I did kind of put one in a game. The boss in Serious Scramblers is a giant centipede, without the legs, so I couldn't really call it a centipede, but you know, it's a worm-like thing.
It's very, very tiny legs.
Very
It's
tiny,
hard to
yeah, very tiny legs. Yes. All right. So, yes, I would like to code some procedural movement for the centipede for this game, right? I don't know if I want it to move in like a 90-degree angle or if I want it to be more organic. I'm still thinking about it. I'm thinking that if it move in like this particular manner, it makes it easier for you to shoot at them. But yeah, I'm still considering like if this is
Oh,
the
I
right
like
one.
I like the 90-degree change thing.
Oh, you like this?
Yeah, I like the look of it. It
Ah,
really goes back to the old Centipede days. Though I
yes.
think even in Centipede they didn't do a 90-degree angle thing. I
Yeah.
think they actually went all over the place.
Huh. No, in Centipede, each of the segment of the Centipede is its own thing, right? So even if you shoot out one of them, everything else still moves independently. Like I say independently, but it still moves in the same path, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, right. Uh, okay. Anyways, I think that's it for me. So going forward, the enemy is what I'm going to work on. I want to finish this within a week. Well, not finish the whole thing within a week, but I want to have some gameplay within the week. But my track record has been pretty bad, so I cannot make any promises. Yeah. Anyways, yes, coding the enemies, and another thing I really need to do is I need to start working on the next update for Saw Blades, right? So, I want to have a new mode in October, so I need to start writing a mode builder of sorts. Because like at the moment, right, the way the game works, is all determined by a single spawner. So I need to like structure the code in such a way that perhaps it can pick different spawners depending on what mode you choose. And that's it. That's it for me. Let me see how much time. Oh, it's 20 minutes. Yeah,
Right on the dot.
right on the dot. Yeah, thanks,
Yeah,
man.
stuff.
So it's
Yeah.
your turn. Let me just stop sharing. How do I stop sharing? There we
Looking
go.
forward to the. You still don't have a name. I'm just gonna call it Spaceman. So that's what you said his name was.
Oh yeah. The character is called Spaceman.
And
Yeah.
you could probably go the old school route where it's like Duck Rogers and the something Rogers. You could probably go with Rogers actually. That's an old trope. Like,
Okay.
like
Perhaps I
Buck
can do that.
Rogers or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I can consider that. Anyways.
Anyways,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah. It's your turn.
Do I start the game? Wait, let me start the game. Okay.
Yes.
Well, you gotta see that. Okay, so
Uh-huh.
wait. I didn't program this to because I programmed it to start when the game started. This particular thing that I'm gonna show.
Okay,
So I gotta show the screen. Screens. There we go. Okay, I gotta. Yeah, because if I restart it, actually, let me test something. Change windows.
Application?
Wait. Sorry. Let me.
Okay, no worries, no worries.
I just want to test this. I want to see if restarting it in game actually closes the stream. Like if that counts as losing.
Restarting? In-game should be fine, right?
Like
I think it should.
yeah, the game should be fine, but I wonder if the stream will cut off.
My guess it shouldn't cut off, but it's hard to say.
Yeah, it shouldn't, but did it cut off? No, it's good.
No, it's
okay.
yeah.
Very good. Okay, I can just start that here. Okay, so first thing is there's going to be a teleportation system, and this is actually how you start the game. So you're gonna, it's gonna be nothing. It's not gonna show anything, and it's gonna show a little like, you'll see the thing on the bottom. Then it'll start teleporting you in, like that. And then the music won't be playing, whatever, and it'll be silent. And then that's how the game will start. And then hopefully this works. Then the dialogue.
Navigator.
This little dude pops up. Yeah, Navigator. He's actually in the game now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dialogue, so I'm gonna skip a lot of it. But basically, he introduces, like, he says, "Wow, how the heck did this happen? Where are we right now?" And he's like this. Then he introduces you to the. He says, like, this is how you learn how to do the this thing. Just try to detect the movie, scan the ground, and find something that leads to civilization, like a cable or something. It's like use the right mouse button to. So this is the first time I've used the Game Maker in-engine font maker.
Sorry, what?
And it is really nice. So Game Maker has a way to make a font inside the engine.
What?
Runtime. Yeah, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a whole font.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
I linked it a while back, but
Oh wait.
yeah, even I forgot about it until I started working on this.
Inside Game Maker itself.
Yeah, inside Game Maker. Here, let me show you. I'm sharing the game, right?
Okay.
Let me,
I mean, I think you showed me an external program for creating fonts, but
yeah, I showed you external program, but then I found out later on that from a tutorial that there was a way to actually make it like inside of Game Maker.
Oh.
So let me show you. So here's the font right here, and you can define these in any color, in any shape that you want, as long as you can make the size at any size you want.
Yes.
And that's what I did. So I basically put them all in here. Each thing had a little map that I copy pasted. Each one this is the first one. You don't use this one, but you can, I guess, but whatever. Or actually, I don't even know how you would do that. But basically, you tell it where you want it to start, and then it follows the usual font. This is the usual font layout.
Right.
Like what are they called? Glyphs, I think. And so basically, you define them all, and you can put whatever you want. So these are supposed to be like the pound sign and the percent sign, but I'm never going to use those. Maybe, hopefully. But even then, you can go outside, like in these little areas right here. There's a lot more that I cropped out because I don't use them. But you can define those as other things, as because when you're writing your fonts, whenever you're doing the strings to read it, it has a system to where you can put in a very specific character by putting in the U code. What is it? The glyph code or whatever it is.
Or the ASCII code.
Yeah, one of those. It was either the ASCII code or the other one. What was the first one you said?
There's ASCII. ASCII is basically you only have access to, if I'm not wrong, 256 different characters. And then Unicode extends that to way more.
That's the one, yeah. Because it has
like
U and
different languages.
Yeah. Yeah, and let's see. Right here. Font add sprite.
Yo, that's crazy! I didn't know that. Yo, that's sick. I might look into this.
It's really useful. I did not think because like you saw the scribble thing a while back that you showed off. I think it was you.
That's Scribble?
And it showed how you can it was like a font thing that somebody made for Game Maker. You could like use it to edit or change the fonts and whatnot. But with this, I can pretty much do all that without having to go through, because the whole system they had was like it was a lot, and you had to know a lot of different stuff. But for this one, you can just make the font and just mess with it all you want. You don't even have to. So in my other games, to put in a special character like these mouse things, mouse buttons, I had to do some special stuff to try and fit it in, because the font maker I was using didn't really use characters or colors. I mean, I don't know. I didn't really mess too much with them. He probably did, but it was too much of a hassle. But this is like, if I see a character that doesn't look right, I can just literally close the game, go in here, edit that, and then on startup it just fixes it.
I have a question. So if I have an existing font file that I'm using, right, can I make use of whatever function that's there, right, to make changes to the font?
I don't know. I don't know if on existing fonts, I'm not sure. I haven't used that before. All I did was, let's see, let me open the documentation. Oh yeah, this was something I didn't know, but I don't use, this is for like something that's not pixel fonts. It's like a little system they have, the SDF thing. Basically makes, here, makes it look good at better when you upsize a font, I believe is what it is. Yeah.
SDF,
So
right. Sight distance function, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Enable things to look smoother. Very nice, very nice.
I don't know.
Han has a question. He says, can someone explain to me why in-memory font is cool? I think why we are excited about this here is because it just makes things makes it very easy for us to customize our font, right? Rather than to struggle with third-party software.
Like an program and everything, yeah.
Yeah, because
before
I saw you did the editing using the external tool, right? You have to like plot vertex by vertex, right? It's like a lot of work.
Yeah.
Right.
Then have to make sure you're all like right, so it doesn't like overlap and stuff. But this, I was even looking for a different thing, but I wasn't liking it too much. But this is just like exactly what I needed. It solves so many problems.
So, how about the localization? I guess that means you will have to draw all of the characters yourself, right?
Yeah, you'd have to get all the thing. I think there was a make font into sprite or something.
Oh.
On it? No.
No? I guess
no. I don't think
technically you can just load the font, draw your own sprite sheet, and then save that, right?
Yeah, you can just like tell it to space it out or whatever, and just
Oh, that's very cool. That's very cool. That makes things so much easier to work with.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That too. I was thinking about that whenever I actually started using it. I was like, oh wow, this would be so easy just to find a pixel font or something of a different language,
Mm.
and then like just put it in willy nilly. Super easy.
Mm.
Don't even have to use like a spreadsheet or anything. You just straight up in there.
Yeah,
You can separate it all yourself.
that's cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah, it's a good thing. And I found it out from just watching some tutorial. So I was I was looking up how I was like, there's got to be an easier way to do this, and I was like, how to put a font into Game Maker. And then I clicked on a thing, and I thought it was just going to tell me like an easier way to actually put a font in,
Mm.
like from outside. But it was like, nah, just straight up make it in the game. And I was like, what the hell? It was yeah, it's so good that it's just one function that you really have to worry about.
Damn, that's cool. Yeah,
Let me see what else it is.
I'm gonna look that up. So it's now it becomes really easy for us to add like characters that is meant to be like, how do I put it, the A button, the B button, all of that we can just draw ourselves, right? Oh yeah, like what you did with the mouse, yeah. Oh, that's insane, that's so cool.
Yeah, and it whenever it calculates like the length and everything, it does it all on its own too. It counts it as a character.
Mm.
So like any special, so I use some stuff that like counts the like the distance and everything, and like how many characters there are. So it counts as one character, like an R or something.
Yes.
So that helps with coding as well. So I don't have to do some kind of outside code to calculate the width of that little thing to which was I was doing that in the card game to add those special things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me. I'm still gonna. Oh my god, excuse me. Sorry, I just ate some.
No worries.
Anyways, what was I saying? Right. So wait, I forgot what I was saying.
You're saying that you have to calculate the spacing, right, just to draw a special character. Yeah.
Yeah, colorizing the different things would be. It's still gonna take some work, a little bit of work now that I can do this.
Mm.
But overall, the font just it's just really good. It's just really nice.
Mm.
You know, yeah, because before in the card game, I had to calculate like the width of this, and I had to put in special characters and stuff to
that matches the width.
Yeah, that measures the width. So like, I had to make characters a certain width so that whenever I type that character in, it would separate it enough, and then I would use an extra check to see, okay, so this particular image goes here and it draws over.
Oh, so painful, yeah.
Yeah. Once I got the system in, it was easier, but it still took a good chunk of time to actually get it to work and everything and to get it right.
Mm.
But now with this, I can just straight up just slap it in there.
Yeah.
I can change the colors and everything. Like, I can change the font color. I don't know what that's going to do with this, but it might actually change the color. Changing the font color mid-sentence would be a little harder, but what I can do is actually make the font bigger. Like, basically just double the font and put different colors and stuff.
Right.
Then I can just say, okay, use this Unicode or whatever to do that. Or I might end up doing, because that actually sounds like a little bit more work than I want to do. But what I might actually end up doing is just doing some of the code that I used for the card game to change the colors. If I do that, I might not even do that. I might not even need to change the colors or whatnot.
Right.
But anyways, besides the font thing, which is great. What else? All right. So he tells you to. So that right there tells you how to do the tutorial, which introduces this thing. I gotta show that too. I just added the little green ring you see.
Mm-hmm.
So this is called a seedling. This thing right here in the ground. As you can see, I'll get to the UI in a sec. Oh, actually, right after this. Okay, so how seedlings work is gonna pop another tutorial, or not. Wait, let me. I don't know what. It's not catching it for some reason. I gotta figure out that bug.
What's supposed to happen?
So whenever I call him, it's supposed to.
Oh, there we go.
No, okay, no. Whenever it's a dialogue supposed to pop up.
Oh.
Let me just see something. Maybe it has to be after this. Skip all that. I gotta add a skip button. because I have to do this every time I test it. Oh my god, he's not doing it! Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. So he's gonna pop up a dialogue. He's gonna be like, "Oh my god, what is that thing?" Then that's how you, in the middle of the. Oh wait, no, I do need that. Oh my god, I can't call him. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no!
Can't continue the thing. Oh no. Wait, I got this. I got this. Fine. I got this. I can fix this real quick. There we go. It's fixed.
Oh, okay, that was quick.
Wait, did the stream shut? Yeah, it shut off. Oh no, I'm sharing screen. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to hear the noises. No, I don't think you do. Okay, so basically, this is called a seedling. They're going to be like the acorns that are in the ground. And whenever they're in the ground like that, let me introduce the UI. So, in the UI, can you see my mouse? You can't see my mouse,
Yes.
can you?
Yeah, I can. Because you're sharing
Okay,
the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so up here is the max of this kind you can have out. So you have the two different types. Oh wait, actually, I gotta change another number real quick.
Oh, while you're changing, right? Carol said, I was gonna ask if you are gonna have fast dialogue button of some kind.
Yeah, I gotta add a skip. I just haven't added it yet. Alright, so he comes in. So basically, you got the different types. There's gonna be 4 different types, or maybe more. I haven't really decided yet. I might just stick with 4. So you have the bottom. The number on the bottom is how many you can have out of that kind. So I can only have 5 of the workers out, and I can only have 5 of the turrets out. And this one over here tells you how many you have in your pack, how many you have in your storage, which is the 1 right here. And the bottom tells you how many the max you can have out, or the max you can have in general, like on you. So, let me restart. Sorry, I don't have the max number. I have it all set up for tutorial reasons, but
No worries.
There we go. Okay, so you say I have 5 of them right here. So that's the max you can have out. So I can have 5 of these little ones, the basic ones. Oh yeah, and I have a little meter thing, so it tells you, like in Pikmin, like how much HP that particular thing has. It only shows up whenever they're attacking it, or if you hover over it. So if I call them all, I can hover over it. It shows, well, get rid of that one. Yeah, and you can see it. You can tell, like, okay, I've attacked this one. I'm gonna also change the art to show like it's more damaged or whatever.
Oh yeah,
right
that'd be nice.
Yeah, but for right now, this is one of them.
Every single ball at the top, is that one sprite or is that like layers?
Ball?
Like
that thing?
Yeah, that circular thing at the.
Oh yeah, it's just one sprite. So since it's like the topmost, same with the numbers. The numbers is only one sprite. I don't draw it. I don't sprite stack it. I just calculate like the distance to this and then the distance to this, so it like can rotate with it as well. Like that's just one sprite. It's just sitting there.
Oh.
Same with the numbers, and it was nice because the number fit perfectly inside of it. So I might move it higher. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, that's just one sprite because it's the highest level, and nothing else.
I'm talking about that blue ball. That's one sprite.
Oh, this thing up here on top?
Yeah, the blue color ball. Yeah.
The mushroom head, I guess.
Yeah.
No, that's multiple because it actually.
Oh, the orientation changes, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
And since this is more UI, the green thing and the number, it can rotate it as one sprite because it's always facing the player, so there's no need to change the orientation of it.
Right.
Yeah, I can't call them because I have the max. So you can only have 5 of them out, and if you see I try and send out more, it'll do like a red thing. And since I already have the max out, 5 out of 5, I can't send out any turrets. So if I try and send out turrets, it's saying you don't have enough, what do you call it? But if I call them, let's say I have I can do this. Let's say I have 3 of them out, and I switch to the turret. I can now send out 2.
Nice.
But this is now 5. So now if I try and churn that more, it's saying you don't have enough.
Until you recall them. Right.
Yeah, until I recall them. Then it fills up this, and it says I have 3 in the pack. And then I can send out whichever one I want.
Can any of these acorns that you're sending out, can they die?
Yeah, they can die. Not now, but they will be able to. And whenever they die out in the field, you're gonna lose a.
Oh, it goes from 5 to 4.
Yeah. Oh no, it's gonna stay 5 because that's the max you can have out.
Okay.
But if say you let's say you lose one, let's say that one's gone, then whenever you call them back, you're only gonna have 4, and this is gonna be 0.
Oh.
So in that case, you would have 4 total, and you have room for 1 more. That's when you can use the seedling. So let's say this guy wasn't here. He still is. He still counts, or whatever. But let's say this was 0. You'd be able to call the seedling, and the seedling will become a new one, and it'll fill in the 5th slot. So, which brings you up to the next part, which is the new structure. So I also have it. I changed a few things. So before the bottom of these were circular, but now I made them fit more with the grid, so it looks more, fitting.
Yeah.
It also helped with the placement. So you see how that fits perfectly in between the things. It looks nice.
Yeah. Like Lego.
So that's the first.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the first structure, and the new structure is the garden, which is this big thing right here.
Whoa.
Basically, what the garden is the garden's going to be the thing that gives you more. I almost call them Pikmin. That gives you more acorns. So you place it down, same thing. Call them. Put in my dudes. Send out 5 of them there, like usual. They build up the thing. And they went off to do. Oh, that's another thing. They'll automatically go to places. So, like in Pikmin, if I send them here, they would look for something and they would just go to it. Same thing here. There's these little things. There's a hierarchy of what they choose. So, they go after certain things before doing other things. So for this, we build it up. I gotta make it build because that's an important building. But anyways, there's no sounds for it. So whenever you press F on it, you have the max that you can have already, but you can prepare to make more.
Right.
And so then you put them in the garden. Then let's say you lose all 5 of them, but you still have a max that you can have of 5. Then you can just come back over here and you can be like, whoop, give me those new Pikmin or new acorns. And then you fill in your thing, and that's how you get more of them. You just plant them.
Right.
Now they're gonna take a while to grow and stuff, so you gotta wait before you can actually harvest them.
So that means there will be seedlings scattered in the map, and you have to find them.
Yeah, some of them, yeah. In the beginning, at least, that's how I'm gonna do it, or to find the new ones, because you're not gonna start off with a turret. You're gonna start off with just these basic ones, because these basic ones can attack. But to attack, you have to get up and close. But the turrets don't have to. The turrets can also. It's like taking from Kingdom New Lands as well, because there's going to be a special wall that you can build, and they're going to attack that wall where your guys are behind it shooting.
Yeah.
Instead of having to send your dudes to go and attack them. But you can also defend while also farming stuff and getting things. So it's going to be a balance between do I want to use this? It's going to be a balance between do I want to use this acorn to defend, or do I want it to use for harvesting during an attack? That kind of thing.
Right.
And then I gotta balance it and stuff to get it going or whatever. Let's see, what else? Dialogue, auto drones, turrets. I gotta actually to do that. I gotta just let them do it. When I hear the horn, that's how I know.
Okay.
UI. Alright, 2 things about the UI. So there's this thing right here. The top number is how many minerals, refined ore you have. Or whatever you want to call it. And then the bottom number under that is how many, the max you can be holding. So you can only hold a total of 10, and this costs 3 or something, or whatever it'll be. And then below that is the raw ore, or ore is raw, is the ore. It's the raw minerals. and you have to refine it. There's going to be a machine you can build to refine it, and also a thing to hold more minerals. But for right now, the whenever you let me call these, they should have some minerals on them. They don't. Do you?
Mm-hmm.
What the heck? All right, let me just restart it. Okay, so if you look over here, look. So much of this is. I'm just gonna start with it. Screw it.
Okay.
Okay, so if you look over here, it's refining the ore. So you have 5 raw ore right now. You can only hold a total of 10. And as it refines naturally, it'll give it to you. So see how it goes up. So you have to wait whenever you collect this ore. And this is the ore right here. That's weird. What is that? Oh.
Is that a bot?
Yeah, it's a little bug, visual bug. I don't know why it's doing that. Anyways, I think I know why. Never mind. So whenever you collect it, this is gonna fill in the ore slot. So if you get these 3, you get 3 of them. But since you already have 10, the max, you can't refine anymore until you spend this one up here, which is whatever. So I have 10 ore right now, and these cost money. So that's how you pay for them, basically. And if you don't keep track of your stuff and whatnot, you'll be overrun by enemies and whatnot, and you'll die. Like Kingdom Newlands. If you don't manage your stuff correctly, you'll die.
Right.
Okay, let's see. What else? Oh, the map isn't functional. It's there just for like planning and whatnot. So you have the map over here on the left. I might make it bigger because it's really small right now.
Yeah, it is.
I might have a special system. Yeah. It's also covered by numbers, so it's a little, out of the way. Oh, let's see. UI, the map, special walls, garden. Right, let's show that. Seedlings, the mine. I gotta show off the mine.
Yeah.
Which is this thing right here. So the mine, it took a while to actually figure out how to do this. So as they mine it, it's gonna go down. It's gonna hit a certain threshold. Once it passes that threshold, it can't be mined for a while until it like replenishes itself. So let's see, go. So like as they hit it, it shoots out the little minerals.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, and then as you can see, it's now depleted. And you wait. I think I have it set for the long wait. It takes 5 minutes to fully recharge. And 5 minutes is about how long it's going to take for a whole day in the game. I think in Kingdom Newlands, it's 4 minutes per day.
Right.
But because of the balancing, it might change. I might change it up some to make it, whatever.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah, there's another one. You can find these. And so this is like to keep your... so once the mushrooms give you minerals, but once you run out of mushrooms, then, you can't get any more minerals. And that's what these deposits are for you to constantly be replenishing your money. And then there's gonna be like a little upgrade system to where like you can upgrade the maxes that you can get, or like how much you can hold and their speed and stuff. Different kind of things I can tackle, to be honest. And then see it replenish, so I can start hitting it again. And just gotta wait. What was the last thing? Oh yeah, the special wall. For that, I think I actually gonna have to need to restart real quick.
Special wall?
Yeah, because it's gonna take them a while to get to it. So I gotta find. There's a lot of objects in this game. Where's it? There it is. Change that timer to a 1. There we go. That's basically gonna make the mushrooms be taken out in like a second. 1 hit. Yeah. I gotta go in this direction.
Oh.
Speedies, little speedy guys.
Wrecking havoc. Look at that. It's decimating the map.
Right. Okay, so let me get these guys real quick. Change this to so you're gonna see they're gonna follow path. Is the enemies right here.
Oh,
That alarm was telling you that there's that's them. They're coming. They be coming. And you send out your little dudes, and they start shooting them.
nice. Look at that
Very violent.
blood
Yeah.
spatter.
It's away so it doesn't take up resource.
Ah,
They basically get rid of it. The waves are gonna last longer than that. You're also not gonna start off with these dudes. You're gonna start off with these ones, and they have to send them in. They can die. Another wave, another set. Like, they're gonna add like a death animation for them and stuff, but right now it's gonna stick to that. Right here is where the special wall is. Oh, ignore that.
whoa, disco. Quick, get to the dance
Here's
floor.
a special wall right here. You got a wine thing. So how this is gonna work? Oh wow, it actually triggered another one.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, right now they don't hurt the turrets. You just hurt them. Yeah, ignore that. So we have this special wall thing right here, and basically it stops you. And in order to get rid of it, you're gonna destroy a special enemy. It's gonna be like an eyeball on the ground, and it's more like a mini boss. So you're gonna have to dodge its little attacks. It's gonna send these out to like shoot out of the ground and like try and stab you. And so you got to get out of the way and stuff. Oh, I also got to add the HP of the robot somewhere on here.
Right.
Forgot about that. I added like over here on the top left. Yeah, so you have to dodge it, and then if you send out your dudes to go after them, they're between certain points or during the attacks. And then once you kill it, it'll die, and it'll shoot down these. It'll lower the walls. But what you can then do is build a structure on that eye thing, and then it's gonna generate a wall for you right here. And that's gonna be like a special. He's gonna explain it like the plants are all connected or whatever. And oddly enough, I can use it to the AI is gonna be saying this. He's gonna be like, oddly enough, I can use it to make like a special shield, so enemies can't go through it or whatever. It's like in Kingdom New Lands. There's a wall they have to get past before they can actually get to you.
Right.
This is going to be one of those walls. And you'll be able to make it, and then it's going to be a little shield thing, and you can go through it. So, like, enemies won't be able to go through it, but you can.
And you get that ability to create walls after you defeat the boss.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, mini boss. It's not like a full boss, but it's like a little enemy that you have to kill. I do plan on having like full bosses that are like more unique, and maybe because it's 4 different areas. Let me show the map.
Oh no! Don't close it! Did you see there was an enemy like trapped outside of the map?
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
Wait, was it by the rave?
The small blue ones.
Yeah, where was it though?
Sorry, where was it?
Was it?
Close to the bottom of the screen. That's why you didn't see it. We can check the VOD in a moment. I can point you to it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not supposed to do that. Because they have. Let me show you why. Okay, so this is the map, the planned map so far. And this is where you start. This is the way right here. It's actually small. This map is really small.
Is it small?
Yeah, it's just small. Because as I started moving around it and stuff and testing it, I was like, wow, this is actually surprisingly small. I'll pick this because a smaller map is fine. So basically how the enemies work. Here, should be here. Yeah. Basically how the enemies work, I have these little, I call them nodes. So basically what they do is whenever they spawn, they check for the lowest number node. And the lowest number node is always going to lead to the middle, which is where your base is going to be, your core. And if they destroy your core, then you lose. So basically, let me see. What they do is they check for the lowest one. Whenever they reach the one that they saw, it'll lower their number, then they have to check the lowest one again. So like, let's say it's 7, they'll look for anything below 7 that they can see. Well, that's probably how that happened, actually. You probably saw this one right here.
Yeah.
Or maybe not, I don't know. probably saw a different one. Well, anyways, whatever. I have to figure out what that was. Anyways, so what it does is it says, okay, let me look for the next one. It goes, okay. So let's say this is 7, this is 6. It goes, well, I don't see anything lower. This is gonna be like a 1, I think, but it can't see it because the rocks are in the way. So it says, okay, so let me go to the lowest one I can see, which is gonna be this one right here. So let me just go to that one, and then they go to it, and then when they reach this one, they go, okay, now I'm set at 6. So is there anything less than 6 that I can see? And since it's 7, it can't go there. And so this is a 5. So it says, okay, and it just keeps doing that.
That's how you do the navigation, right?
Yeah, that's how I make them traverse.
Where's the wall again? Is it at the somewhere at the top?
Stuff right here.
No, sorry, the special wall. The special wall.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I think I remember where that blue thing was. So if you just go down slightly, so you notice the brown wall where your cursor is now? It's just slightly outside of it. It's just outside of it to the left.
There?
Yeah, it's around here.
Oh wow, that's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened.
Yeah. I'll point you to the VOD in a moment.
Yeah.
I think it's around there. Yeah.
Actually, I think I might know why it happened. Yeah, I think I know why. Anyways, yeah, so that's why. So I didn't want to do pathfinding because pathfinding a bunch of enemies would be a bit of a hassle.
Right.
And this also lets them like focus on a certain point. And if basically whenever they're moving, they're going to be looking around for like enemies or something every few steps. And if they see an enemy or they see one of your dudes, if they see an acorn or you or one of your buildings, they'll attack that thing. That's basically what they do. And same thing. Once they reach this little area, they destroy your core. Then it's game over for you. That's the whole point of the game. Is the AI navigator is going to be like, we can't let them. It seems like they really want that core or whatever. We can't let them destroy it. So we'll be stuck out here forever. And then yeah, I think that's it.
Cool. Well, what's next?
Working on this some more. I don't really have like a specific plan. I'm just going, and then whenever I'm like I have things that I want to put in, and so I start working on one thing, and then as I'm working on that thing, another thing will pop up where I'm like, basically the whole idea of the game is there. I just got to program it and make it. So all I'm doing right now is just making the assets and making it work. Just got to put the structures in, the core. Got to work on what that bug is that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Where he went outside of the wall.
And then the mini boss, right?
Yeah, and then the mini boss, and then from there it's just more content.
Okay. Awesome. Well, then shall we recap? Oh, hang on, Carol asks, how much do you wanna give it before it goes towards the next project?
I don't know. We'll see. Again, I'm not gonna make any promises because I already have a habit of jumping ship. And I think that kind of happens.
You'll have to prove Carol wrong then. Carol said he's guessing 3 weeks.
Well, that would imply that my ego is big enough to want to disprove. It's not.
No, but this looks really cool. Yeah, it will be nice.
Yeah, I'm having a blast making all this stuff and everything. So it feels different than the other ones too. So like how much investment I have in it. Just like from design point and everything, because I love it's two of my favorite games. Like some of the other games that were like favorites, but these are like maybe the top 2, or at least in the top 3.
What, Kingdom and Pikmin?
Oh no, Kingdom is in the top 5. I think it's number 4 or 5. I never really put them in order, but it's around that area.
Right.
But yeah, Pikmin and Kingdom New Lands are both in my top 5 my top 5 favorite games.
Nice. Wait, which Pikmin did you play?
I've played 1, 2. I don't think I played 3 though.
Oh, the old school ones, the GameCube one, huh?
No, GameCube one was. I
One
mean,
and two is on GameCube. Yeah.
yeah, those. Yeah, I thought you meant the three. Yeah, three was on Wii or U or something.
Yeah.
And I never had a Wii U.
Yeah. I think they re-released it on the Switch. Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Hmm.
They did a remaster or something,
Hmm.
or like a HD version. And because they were working on Pikmin 4, they wanted to, revitalize some of it some more.
Hmm.
And then Pikmin 4 came out, and I was like, well, I don't have a Switch.
Oh, it's time to
So I'm
get
just
one.
gonna make one. Yeah, it's time to just make Pikmin. And that's actually how it started. I was like, I don't want to spend all that money just to play Pikmin on a Switch. I'm really tempted to, or was. And then I was like, you know what? After seeing Jonas's game, that Throne Fall,
Uh-huh.
well, whenever I saw that game, I was like, this son of a bitch made my idea before I. But I had this idea brewing for a long time, and I just never thought I was. I never had a system to make it like look up to my standards.
Uh-huh.
And then when I started practicing more with the sprite stacking, I was like, oh my god, I can actually make it look all 3D and stuff, which is what I really wanted.
Mm.
Aside from like full 3D, because that'd be a plan. If I was able to have like a studio or something, I would have it low poly. But I think there was an example I had to do it. But anyways, it's semi low poly, cute, and it plays like Pikmin, except it's on computer and you use a mouse. You can like shoot your little dudes and you're running around with a little robot, and you're sending them out to do their work and all that stuff. But excuse me. But right now this is like stage 1 or whatever of that plan, I guess. And yeah, now that I can do everything like 3D looking, it looks so much better.
Yeah.
And it reaches a standard that I'm really happy with.
Nice.
I can really do it. Yeah.
All right.
It's a mix of Throne Fall releasing and Pikmin 4 releasing. That's what finally
Push you to
made
make
me
this.
do it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what finally pushed me. I was like, this guy. I mean, obviously he doesn't know that I was thinking about it, but I'm like, I don't want to. I gotta make it now.
Yep.
And Pikmin 4, and I can't play Pikmin 4, so I'll just make it.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
All right. Let's recap then. Just a moment. Yep, John's not coming. So, John, I asked him earlier in the morning. Oh no, I asked him last night, and he replied this morning. He said, "Oh, I have zero progress," and then he said, "Oh, by the way, I might not be able to come because I'm having lunch," and it's totally not an excuse. He said that, and then he just went silent after that. Piece of crap. Oh
Only
man.
once, John. Shame on me.
Yeah. And what did he say last week? He said that he's gonna get it done, right? Goodness.
Yeah, he did. He really pushed me. I'm actually gonna get it done.
Yeah. Get it done, my ass. Anyways, let's recap. Yes. So, for me, next week I will have to be working. I will have to work on the new prototype, and I will also try and get started on the next update of Saw Blades. There's also one thing that I want to point out, and that is that like so far, right, for my mobile games, the one of the significant ways that I'm monetizing those games is via ads, right? It's like ads and IAP. That's how I'm monetizing it. But I feel like after going through these few projects, I feel like I don't really want to be relying on ads because it is never really felt very it's never felt reliable, right? Like it's I feel like, okay, do you know that there are rules or rather laws, right, governing the tracking and data collection, right? And a lot of the way ads are implemented is that they do like have some form of tracking of like your perhaps your device ID and stuff like that. And there are reasons why they do that kind of tracking. They want to determine how effective the ads is and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there are like and of course understandably in recent years, right, there are rules being written to limit or rather to include consent, right, the user consent for collecting data. And it feels like or no, Google and all those companies are still trying to figure out how to work with these regulations. But I feel like if I am too reliant on advertising money, uh, I am pretty much just like one new policy change away from having my revenue be impacted. So which has happened a few times, right? Like Apple introduced the ATT, right, app transparency thingy. I forgot what it is. That has an impact on people's revenue, right? GDPR has an impact on people's revenue. In fact, the GDPR thing, right, I believe is going to be enforced really soon. So I don't even know how that will impact revenue. And I don't even know how to work with it. So that's another issue, right? Like I'm not a lawyer. I have very little knowledge of like the details about all these laws, right? So there's a lot of uncertainty. There's and it's not super reliable. So what I'm saying is like for my next game, I want to try. It's a bit of a scary step, right? Because it's still significant, like portion of the revenue. In fact, it's more than the IAP, right? But I want to try to move away from ads, right? And try to make my purchases, in-app purchases, more substantial, so that people will see the value in supporting the game monetarily. That's my plan now. It's a bit scary to even think about it, but I think in the long term it will benefit more than to rely on something like ads. It's just not reliable. Yeah. So that's, I just want to like get it out. Try to force myself to commit, and I guess with this new project, it will act as like my first step, also like an experiment into figuring out how to monetize without using ads. If it works well, then I'll be happy. The players will be happy, right? And if it didn't work, then well, I'll use it as a learning moment. Yeah.
You shoot, I forgot what I was gonna ask. It's gonna be about ads and Jerboa and saw blades. Which do you make more money off of?
Saw blades.
The what?
Saw blades.
No, I meant sorry. Do you make money more off the ads or the premium thing?
Oh, ads. So just from
Really?
the yeah. So that's why it's a scary step for me. You see, yeah, it's not like I can just disregard like the percentage of revenue it brings in. So I looked it up recently, and it looks like IAP, right? The in-app purchases makes up how do I put it? The in-app purchases is 60% of the amount that I have from ad revenue. And
wow.
Yeah. So you can see why I'm so scared of making that step. But I think it's probably for my own good that in the long term it will probably work out better for me than to keep relying on something like ads. I don't even like ads to begin with anyways, right? So I don't think anyone likes ads. Any gamers, they don't like ads. They
I like
just try
them.
to
Just the only time I don't like them, I like relevant ads.
Oh, relevant ads. Right.
Yeah.
Right. But
like if I see an ad on YouTube about a game or something I like, I'm like, oh yeah, I like this. It's a good ad. I want to be advertised this thing that I like. But if I'm advertised like a car, I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do with this? I don't need a fucking car. The worst ones. Oh, go ahead, do it.
No, I was just gonna say that's a refreshing point of view. That's quite a refreshing point of view, because most people I talk to anyways, right? They will just be very against advertising in their games.
I think it is because they get more ads that suck or aren't relevant than they get ads that are good for them, or that ones that they want or something. Like, I actually enjoy it. Well, I sometimes enjoy it. It depends on the frequency of them.
Yes.
But food ads are pretty nice. If the food is like within reach, like to me, like I can actually get there. Like
Mm.
Taco Bell ads I like because I love Taco Bell, and it reminds me that I need to eat. That would be a special case for me for that particular kind of thing. But yeah, no, food ads I like as long as they're not too frequent and they're not patronizing like these game ads where they're like
Those fake ones,
just put in some kind of yeah, like they put in like some game related and they're like, oh, we're gamers too, like, and
right?
it's just a fucking ad for, like cars or food or whatever. It's like it's just too much. Like just show me the food. That's what I want to see. Show me the food so it makes me hungry. And then I'm like, oh, you know what? I could really go for something to eat. You know what? I just saw this ad for Taco Bell. I kind of want Taco Bell now. You know, that
Mm.
kind of thing. It's fucking simple. But I don't know what. Whatever. Like let me ask you that question.
Okay.
If if every ad you got was relevant to you, relevant to things that you wanted, would you hate ads more or less?
Well, I mean, if we disregard what's going on in the background for them to show me
Well,
relevant ads,
yeah.
yeah,
It's not like cutting off like Twitch ads. Not like that. Not like like
no,
Twitch ads are just disruptive as hell.
right.
Those are horrible.
No, it's not.
Because
It's
that
not
adds
just.
on the next
It's
thing.
not just that, right? Like, I mean, if you were to disregard everything that happens in the background, I will elaborate later on that. Then yes, it's very nice when you get ads that is relevant to you, but in order for them to show relevant ads, right, there is a whole bunch of tracking involved, and sometimes if you like look into the details of what they are tracking, it might make you uncomfortable. Because your search
No, no, I've
history,
seen it.
yeah, your search history
You can
might be one of them, yeah. Mm.
yeah, because you can actually change what ads you get
Mm.
on YouTube. It's anything that's Google related, anyways, that I've seen. So basically, what you do is you can go to your Google account. And there's an ad section,
Yeah,
and you can actually change the preferences and the like the kind of ads they do. It's not like perfect.
yeah.
Like you still get some of the offhand ads, whatever. But I did end up getting more of the ads that were more relevant to me. Whenever the problem with it though is that it takes a good while to go through the entire list because it's a long list of
Mm.
relevant things, and you gotta like I don't want this, I do this,
Yep.
and it adds to the list based on the
Yep,
tracking
but
that it
but
does.
relevant things is one thing, right? The way they determine how it's relevant to you, it means that it's collecting a whole bunch of data
Yeah,
about how you use the internet. Uh,
yeah.
yeah, so that's the reason why there are like all these regulations coming up. I think Facebook's at one point, okay, so John heard about this from someone, right, and he told it to me. It says that the websites, right, can actually implement some Facebook API on their website to track data about you, right? And then when you are using Facebook, right, if you have a Facebook account, you're using Facebook, all of this data from other websites that implements Facebook SDK, right, they have all this data about you that Facebook itself can use, and then that's how Facebook can show you relevant ads. And it's scary, right? Because that means that everywhere, like any random website you use, as long as you have a Facebook account, you're logged in, right? They can track what you're doing even outside of Facebook.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so there's a lot of this concern, and which is why GDPR is a thing now. So yeah, on one hand that is really scary, and from my perspective, right, as a developer currently monetizing using ads, it's all the policy that is coming in, right, also makes ads like somewhat scary and unreliable, because a new policy can come out and then that can ruin a lot of things, right?
yeah.
So which is why, even though it's a scary step, I feel like maybe I should start inching my way towards not monetizing using ads. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like uh, it's really scary, but I think hopefully in the long run it will work out. And not to mention that you've seen, right? Like I am very scared about how I show ads to user, which is why I try as much as possible, right, to make the ads non-intrusive and friendly. Hopefully, right, friendly quote. I mean in quotes, meaning before I show the ads, right, I always tell them why I'm showing ads and stuff like that. And for most part, people are appreciative of that. But uh, as long as you're monetizing using ads, there will always be people who's, you know, who don't like it and they will complain.
Yeah.
And so it feels like at some point it feels like it's so much of a hassle, and it's difficult to design around. And you know, if I can successfully move away from it, it's just win-win. Yeah. Provided I can do it successfully.
Win-win, semi-lose.
Yeah.
I wonder how that's going to impact the mobile market, what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not sure. There are a lot of people freaking out now because Google MUP is going to enforce the GDPR soon, right? Which means that you need to collect consent. And one of the issue that the developers are currently complaining about is this: if you are in the EU, right, and then you see a consent form, and you say no, I do not consent, right? Your ads become playable without ads, and you know what it means, right? It means that if you're previously monetizing using ads, now your ads just become free for use. In the forum, right, in the Google's forum, there are developers complaining that hey, it can shut down their company because of that. So I'm not sure how Google is going to handle it. Yeah, they are trying to work it out now. And personally on my end, right, I'm not entirely sure how I should handle it as well. So I emailed Google. I'm still waiting for their reply. But yeah, that's the gist of it. There's way too much to worry about.
I guess they're gonna have to like start making deals, or just not use tracking, I guess.
Yeah.
Just take ads.
Yeah, but of course, you know, right? If you are showing ads that okay, so when people click on the ads, you actually make more, right? If it is a legit traffic, right? If it's a legit traffic, someone see the ad, they're interested in the product, they click on it, and then they make a purchase. That benefits the developer because they make a relevant recommendation, right? Now if all of the personalized ads goes out of the window, right, and you are shown ads that is not relevant to you, then fewer people will click on the ads. So that is also how it impacts that will also negatively impact the revenue. Yeah, that's just talking about it from a strictly revenue point of view, right? Not about like the tracking and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it's not fun to think about, right? I just want to make games. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, it's your turn.
All right. I guess just gonna work on this more, add more things to the basically flesh out the map, add in more assets like the eye thing, the wall defender. I'll probably come up with some name for it. Figure out the bug that you just mentioned.
Oh yeah.
Basically that's it. Yeah, just keep working on it. Add stuff, add the health bar.
Do you see yourself making a playable executable soon?
It's playable right now. It's up.
Yeah, I mean like there's a goal to work towards, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's all there now. Or the blueprints of it.
Awesome.
Now I just have to like fill it in. Like the map, I just gotta fill in.
Yeah.
Because I planned on like how you would go about it in different directions and whatnot if you wanted to not say take the same path every time.
That one singular map, how many, what length of gameplay do you think it provides?
I have no idea. I'm gonna have to figure that out.
An hour?
At this point, it's like
Uh-huh.
no, it'll be a bit longer than an hour. I don't know that much because it still takes time to like get rid of all the plants, and you have to come back to actually defend your base and whatnot.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll see. I think I'm just gonna go with like how it's gonna take however long it takes for them to finish the game. It's whatever. I'll probably add in extra things to like make it get even a little longer, like special like areas or whatever.
I imagine you also have like more different units to control, right?
Yeah. Because you have to run around and stuff and build certain structures and build
Yeah.
certain structures in certain areas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're going to be able to turn off and on the walls to tell you. So, like, they're not going to, whenever they attack, they're not going to attack from every direction. Not at once, anyways. And so, what you have to do is run back and forth. There's going to be a teleportation system, but you have to run back and forth to go to the walls or whatnot and make sure it's well protected. You can also shut off the walls to just let them go through. That way, you don't have to focus on that particular wall and whatnot.
Right.
But I might make it where they just attack from one, so like one path of direction. So instead of the area I just showed off, it had two. You saw them come from two different directions.
Yeah.
I might just have it to where they can only come from one. That way you can focus on just that one direction.
Right. Right.
And then maybe like once they reach a certain point, then I would make them attack from the other direction. That way you're already ready to defend from that point without having to. That way you don't have to run like all the way across the map to defend like 4 different points, like back and forth. They're also the teleportation system will help, but it won't like fully solve that problem. So I'll see what I do with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds exciting. Well, let's see what Carol said. Yeah, so we have like different like many people have like different views on the ads matter, right? Like Carol is saying that to be honest, or rather ads don't know what I want and prefer. And it is definitely something that I understand because of the huge amount of tracking they have to do. They have to, collect about.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mean like which would you prefer them to track you or not track you. I just meant in general,
like from a user point of view, like if you are just using,
let's say there was no tracking. And you were getting ads. Yeah, not the. Obviously, you don't want more tracking. Like, I would prefer that. Yes, there more.
Yeah. Yeah. But the only way they would know how to show you relevant ads is through tracking, and that's the truth.
They'd have to come up with some kind of new thing where like people would have to, not necessarily a whole survey, but I mean YouTube does that, where they ask you a question like, is this ad relevant to you?
Yeah, that's true. So like over time it will become more and more relevant, right? If you use that, provided you use that feature, I don't think anyone actually bother to click and say, is this relevant to me or not? Right?
I actually do.
You do? Wow.
That's because I only I click whenever it asks like a little survey, like it gives you 4 things, like which of these ads have you seen? And I'm like, I haven't seen this one, I haven't seen this one, I've seen this one, and there's other. You can choose like I don't care or whatever, or ignore.
Oh, that's cool. That's interesting to know. Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, but even that system isn't perfect because I still get a bunch of fucking alcohol ads, even though there's no way for me to tell it like I'm not interested in any alcohol ads or anything like that. But they're probably a big ad sponsor.
Yeah.
Because anything like that is probably a big ad sponsor.
Yeah. Yeah. So Carol is saying like I go look for dresses, and the next thing I know, Amazon recommends me dresses to buy. Yeah, it's yeah, it totally happened. In fact, it happened to me like 2 days ago. I told you, right, I was looking up the GDPR thingy. I even emailed Google about it. And before I know it, right, like the next day, that this third-party company just emailed me about GDPR, or use our platform. I'm like, how the heck do you know that I was looking for that, right? Like which website exactly was, doing the tracking? Like how do they know? So
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I've said things and it brought up relevant things to the thing I said, and I had never mentioned them before until that point.
Yeah.
And that's when it got the weirdest. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And I wasn't even on a mic. It was like on a phone, or just talking to somebody, or just talking to somebody like in real life, like next to a computer or something.
Yeah, so it's possible that, like your internet activity, even though you didn't explicitly say that, you were doing things that perhaps you know, once they collect the data, they can establish like some pattern, right? And then they link it to that thing. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's what I assume. Yeah, that's what I assume they do. I mean, I have to assume that.
Yeah. Otherwise, the
Yeah,
only other
otherwise-
explanation is someone is listening to you while you're talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Oh.
it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I guess that's it. It's a very fruitful chat. I look forward to more gameplay, and hopefully next week I can show you some gameplay as well.
Yeah, if you want to actually try it, I have it up.
Oh, can you paste the link?
Yes. Let me find the link. I gotta bookmark it. Is it my library? No, it's not where. This one. Chunk of bookmark. Oops.
Carol has an interesting idea. Made the horror game centered around ads. And then, I don't know, it could be cool, right? Like, over the course of the game, right, the ads gets weirdly more and more personal to the point where it's just impossible for them to know that much about you. Horror game centered around ads. Interesting concept.
I can see that as a, what is it, ARG or a...
Oh, yes. What do you call it? Alternate reality game?
Augmented...
Augmented reality?
Alternate or is augmented? No,
like if you're playing it in real life, real world physical location, I think that's called alternate reality, if I'm not wrong.
Maybe.
Right, those treasure hunt games, right? Scavenger hunts.
Yeah. Those
Yeah,
kind of things.
I think it's called alternate reality. Let me look it up. Yeah, that's right. Alternate reality. An alternate reality game, ARG, is an interactive network narrative that uses the real world as a platform and employ transmedia storytelling to blah blah blah. Yeah, very cool.
Actually, now that you mention it, well, no, never mind. I don't think that is a thing. Yeah, I can see that as a horror game. You know, like you start looking up things and you tell it to start tracking you, which would be weird as hell as a game in general. I don't think anyone's gonna play that and be like, "Yeah, this is totally legit. You're not scamming me or anything." Then it sends you emails and it's like, "I saw you looking at this, whatever," and you know, I guess that's how it would play out, and then it gets weirder and weirder.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't. Yeah, I linked the game, by the way, in the
You what?
the Discord.
Oh, okay. You link it in this Discord?
Yeah, this one.
Okay,
I
fantastic.
wasn't sure where to put it.
Wait, Jungle Pang?
I don't want to put it in the main one yet. Yeah. Jungle Punk.
Wait, what happened to the old Jungle Pang?
I don't know what you're talking about. It's still there. It's just basically this is what the current version is. The version I wanted, but the turn-based one was the one that I was working on to at least get an idea.
Prototype.
That was like a simpler version of this. Yeah, it was like not even a prototype, just a. I wanted to actually make the game, but I happened to not have the knowledge and the systems. I don't know what the right word would be there. I wasn't able to make it how I wanted to make it, so I was going for the turn-based one to at least do like a mini version or something.
Right. But the new version that you have, that is the definitive version.
Yeah, well, closer to the definitive version.
Right.
The definitive version would be the 3D one where you can look around and all that stuff. That'd be the final frontier.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, shall we call it then? We'll continue this chat again next week.
Oh, yeah. Show me the VOD thing that you're talking about.
Yes, I will. I'll go download the VOD and then I'll find out the timestamp. I'll show it to you.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks. Thanks, Devious. Right. Yeah. I'll see you again next week. Right.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Fantastic. Han says the ads learning more and more about you, then finally taking over you with like a robot clone or something. Yeah, it's almost like you can combine it with Invasion of the Body Snatcher, right? Yeah, that's a classic. That's good. Also, Mask Sound, welcome, welcome. Yeah, we were just talking about our games. We brought up the topic about ads and how I'm trying to move away from ads. It's not fun to work around ads. Anyways, yeah, but it's scary because it's definitely almost certainly going to impact revenue. But I think in the long run it will work well, hopefully. Anyways, that's it for the day. Shall we let's rate someone. Also, thanks everyone for hanging around. I do appreciate it. I hope that there are like, interesting or perhaps informative topics from the dev chat that you can take away from. Let me see, who can we rate today? Can we rate like someone really small, please? Small developer? Small developer? Small developer, I don't see. Like, what's wrong with this or recommended for you? Hang on. What is a jam pocket? Huh? What else? What else? What is this? A idle world. There's one called Joy of Code. Oh, my screen just refreshed. What the hell? Oh, you can stream in a bit? Ah, please do so. Then we can rate you. Come on, Carol. You have 10 seconds. You have 10 seconds while I look at... someone is messaging me. Just a moment, huh? Let me know once you're live. In the meantime, right, let me work out the stuff I should do next week, right? Stuff I should do next week is enemy design. ENEMY, enemy designs. Shooting, right? Shooting controls. You're in mainframe, but checking mainframe. Wait, does it mean you're live? No, not yet, right? Oh, you're live! Let's go! Checking your audio. Understood. Let's just send everyone your way. Raid Carol. Okay, once again, thanks everyone for hanging around. Super appreciate it. We talked about our progress this week. We talked about progress on Serial Scramblers, on Saw Blades. Devious talk about Jungle Punk. We talk about ad implementation in general and how personally it's like kind of problematic. But now let's rate Carol. Right. I will be back again hopefully soon to work on my games, and hopefully I'll see you all there. Alright, let's run the outro. Bye everyone.